Well, hello, and this is BAGeL Radio's 480 Minutes, and we are very, 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 very excited to have Mr. Loveless from Oakland, California here today. We are at the SomaFM offices in the Mission District of San Francisco, and going to be playing some songs. Right now, I just want everybody to say hello.
Hello.
And maybe introduce yourselves if you don't mind and what you play.
Sure, I'm Rob. I play guitar and sing in the group.
I'm Charlie. I play bass.
I'm Sean. I play guitar.
And my name is Nick, and I play the drums.
Well, welcome. We are so happy to have you here. Since I first heard Mr. Loveless, I've been excited to hear you guys all stripped down and acoustic and see what that sounded like. And I'm really glad that you guys have decided to finally come in and do it for us.
Right on. Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for having us. Yeah.
And how was the process? How did you find the process of turning your songs from the plugged-in loud versions to these more stripped-down versions?
Well, at the time that we began working on this, it seemed impossible to hear the songs and kind of reimagined acoustically. But we just started really kind of almost abandoning the original structures of the song and just starting to approach them like they were new pieces of music. I'm really glad that we decided to do this because I think had we not decided to play your show, we wouldn't have ever been able to work these songs out this way. So it was a really great opportunity for us to kind of approach our music differently, and it's really inspired us to kind of maybe start writing new material in this fashion. So yeah, we couldn't be happier with how it's turned out.
Cool. What are we going to be hearing today? Which songs?
We're going to start with Wild Summer, followed by Undesirables, and we're going to close it out with Curfew.
All from
our new album called Grow Up.
September 2012, brand new album from Mr. Loveless. Psyched about it. I got to say that I was a fan of the EP, and that's when we had you play the Rumble back in, May of 2011. I was very impressed with the live show as well.
Right on.
And but when the album came out, I was kind of like, okay, I liked them before, but now it's love. And no, I mean it. It's a great album. Like, it's not just one of our favorite local albums of the year. And right now we're going through and figuring out our year-end charts, what's going to be where, but it's also one of our favorite albums of the year. So,
right on.
Thank you very
yay.
much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice work.
We're very proud.
Can you tell me about the recording a little bit?
Sure. Well, we still, to this day, even though we live in Oakland, we rehearse at my parents' house in Walnut Creek, and it's just kind of this desolate, tree-shrouded property that we've been writing our music in since we started the band back in high school. And we had tried, for previous releases, working out of various kind of professional recording studio environments, and we found that to be very stale. And even though the finished product we were pleased with, the process didn't feel very like rich in creativity. It felt very just like I said, stale. So we decided that rather than go into a studio, we wanted to make the whole record in my parents' garage. And so we brought our engineer friend Dwayne Ramos up from LA, and he used some of his equipment and we used some of our own equipment, and we just kind of engineered and produced it right there in the garage. And I think it was appropriate too because the theme of the record and just kind of the concept was basically about growing up in a place like this, so it made sense to do it there.
And how long did it take you?
So maybe
about 9 months.
Yeah,
about
almost a
9
year.
months.
And how did your parents feel about giving up the garage for 9 months?
They gave it up for 10
Long
years.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's cool about recording the album there too, is because that's where Rob and I started the band back when we were in high school. So there's so much, the whole history of the band's right there in that garage.
Right. Yeah, they're very supportive now. In the early years, it was a different story, but now I think they got no other choice. So.
And do they come to the shows?
Yeah, sometimes if we play early enough.
Right.
If it's after 11, they're not gonna come.
I wanted to ask you something else about the album. Where was the photo taken with the album?
Sure,
Good
that's
story.
Yeah, actually, you're the first person to ask us about that. So
Yeah.
That's you're talking about the cover photo of the album?
Mhm.
That was taken right in front of the house of some really great friends of ours. They live in Anaheim, and their names are Daniel and Rana, and they were kind of like our Southern California hotel. So every time we would go down to LA or anywhere, we would always stay with them, and they're great friends of ours, so we just look for excuses to hang out with them. And so the fireworks that you see on the cover are actually the fireworks of Disneyland going off. And
They
stuff
go
like
off
that.
every night
Yeah.
at the same time.
That was-
Yeah, and like she was telling us that like, you know, they go off every night, so like even the dogs around there are just like, oh, whatever, we heard this before.
Yeah, and they also there's actually it's against the law
illegal,
to light fireworks
In
off in Anaheim.
Anaheim, and-
So Disney pays the fine every night for these fireworks to go off.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so the fireworks were going off and
It was just a photo op. It was like everyone on
get
the
everyone in the
median.
median, but we
Yeah.
didn't know that there was going to be a heart.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
spectacular.
Yeah.
That,
So-
that just seems like it was photoshopped.
That was
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When
Well-
we saw the negative, it was like, wow,
That's
that's
the
the photo right
Also,
there.
the bus that's
bus
going
is
right
going by, yeah.
right
Yeah.
behind us, and it's like that was the perfect moment.
Yeah,
I just set up my camera and said to Rana, just take the whole roll film.
Yeah.
And that came out. It was crazy.
it's a great album cover. It's really it again. I thought, well, I mean, I looked close because I thought that looks photoshopped, but
Right.
it's not.
Yeah,
it's a
no,
real photo.
that's
It's
it.
awesome.
On film,
On real film.
on
Yeah.
slide film, yeah.
You guys are
Well,
old. You guys are old school.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, and I hope that this doesn't this could offend, but it's certainly not meant to. So when people ask me to describe what Mr. Loveless sounds like,
Mhm.
I don't specifically go to the music. I more go to a feel, and I say it sounds like, without sounding at all retro and without sounding at all dated and without sounding at all like they're trying to be somebody else, that every song could be on a John Hughes soundtrack.
I love
That's-
that.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah,
great.
thank you very
That's
much.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's
a great
cool.
compliment.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that, while the production for maybe some of those songs certainly has a timestamp on it, and the John Hughes kind of film soundtrack songs, that is, I think that in a way the subject matter is like very timeless. And, even like a movie like Breakfast Club or whatever, I mean, that's the kind of movie that like any generation of kids is going to get into. I think those themes are just relatable. And to a certain extent, it's like that's kind of,
I mean, have we got that before?
I don't think we've ever really gotten that,
The
but
Perez brothers?
I don't know. I think that maybe, I know that the Perez brothers wanted to take on a John Hughes approach to making
Yeah.
the Wild Summer video, and I think that
They're the directors of the Wild Summer music.
maybe that was derived from hearing the music. But
Mhm.
yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
I'm very happy with that because I was expecting to need riot gear.
No,
Oh,
no,
no,
no, no,
No
no.
way.
No.
So also this is a bit of a diversion. We're gonna have to go back and edit this out, but I do want to ask about the future, like what you guys have coming up in the next few months, and what you guys like envision maybe for 2013 for you guys.
Sure. We're playing. Well, our next show is Friday, December 1st, and it's the grand opening party for a new venue in San Francisco called Neck of the Woods. We're playing with a bunch of other local
6
San
bands.
Francisco bands. Yeah, it's kind of a big event and should be a good time. Then I think following that, we have a show at the very end of December. We're actually playing in our old stomping grounds of Walnut Creek. It's December 28th. And then I think the first thing that we have scheduled for the new year is the BAGeL show at Bottom of the Hill.
That's February 1st, 2013.
Yeah. Yeah.
At Bottom of the Hill, it'll be Mr. Loveless. We're super excited to have
That's-
you guys.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
can't
great
wait to play
venue.
it. Yeah.
That's our favorite venue.
Me too.
Yeah.
When was the first time you guys played there?
Ooh, that was
Years ago, man.
2005.
We opened. We were
Yeah.
just kids, and we
We're
had gotten
so
the
excited.
opportunity to open for another couple local bands. And I mean, to us at the time, it felt like we were playing the Warfield or something.
Yeah, I think we practiced like every day for 3 weeks.
Yeah. And we were just, I don't know, the idea of playing that club seemed so impossible for a band from the suburbs. I mean, it just seemed like that's where Cool was, and Cool was so far away,
Yeah.
and there was no way we were ever going to get this opportunity. So once we did, I mean, we just put our all into it. And
Turned out to be a good show.
yeah, and like we've kept in touch with Ramona since then. So Ramona is the owner and booker of Bottom of the Hill, has probably known me since I was like 17.
Wow. Yeah, they were very happy that we were doing the birthday party there. Ramona even, maybe I shouldn't say this on the air, but volunteered to bake the cupcakes and help blow up the Mylar balloons.
Right on, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, they're great people.
Yeah.
We're big fans of Bottom of the Hill. And beyond February 1st.
Got
South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just got invited back to go play in Austin again. We had our first time playing South by Southwest last year, which was super cool. So we're totally stoked to go back again this year and do
It's
it all.
insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What did you learn from your first experience that you're going to take into this next one?
To
Don't
avoid
get too drunk.
all temptation
Well,
to
no.
drink.
Don't
Stay
get too-
hydrated.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drink. So I'm not doing what these guys are doing.
Good to know.
Mine is like plan ahead.
Meals.
Like check out
Yeah.
who's playing where, RSVP, because I didn't do any of that.
That's true. I mean, there's so much great music happening, and you really have to. I mean, you have to really coordinate your schedule if you want to try to catch everything.
Mhm.
So that was another thing is we'd go out to see a couple bands and we'd get distracted by like the free booze at the Red Bull tent or something like that, and
Yeah, I think it's one of those places you could literally go there for the week and not have any money, and still do a bunch of go to a bunch of shows, drink for free, eat for free. There's
Mhm.
people in cars just throwing out like samplers of.
that's
know,
true. If
yeah,
you're
you-
resourceful enough,
Yeah, if you're
you,
resourceful,
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
can figure it out.
just get the ticket.
Yeah.
And how many shows did you do last year?
4.
Mhm.
And is that the plan for this year?
Hopefully, I mean, the more the better
Hopefully
for
more,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the one thing that we probably got from last time too is the official shows are incredible, and the unofficial ones can be super great or just
Duds.
god awful.
Yeah.
So you got and you can only there's no way to know ahead of time what they're gonna be like really, but trying to get as much information you can about that show beforehand is essential.
And did you subsist on those free breakfast burritos at the noon shows and the 11 a.m. shows?
Let's see, where did we go to?
Well, we did the Red Bull thing.
Yeah,
Had a
Yeah.
brunch with free Bloody Marys, free mimosas.
There was bacon and everything on the menu.
Oh, yeah.
There really was.
Oh, they had-
it was
they
like
had
a
pork
bacon
vodka.
place. Yeah.
oh yeah, they had
Bacon
bacon infused
infused
vodka.
vodka, yeah.
disgusting.
Kind of sucks.
Coming from you.
And I really like
Yeah, he likes
that
bacon.
stuff. But
And apparently booze, because you're the one who's going to keep drinking.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I like both those things. It's not
Hmm.
that combination of them.
Cancel out.
Yeah.
Maybe the video.
Well, let's see. The next single that we're planning on pushing is Curfew. We're looking for I think a mid-February release, maybe around Valentine's Day, and we're planning on shooting a video for that in the near future. And so yeah, we're really excited about that. We've done a handful of videos, and every time we do a new one, we kind of try to outdo ourselves. So we're hoping that this is like the one for us.
Mm-hmm.
And same fella that did the Wild Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
these
Brothers.
two
They're
brothers.
brothers, actually. Yeah, the
Hart
Perez
and
brothers.
Devin
They're super
Perez.
talented. They're really good.
They've been doing a lot of music videos for local bands.
If you were going to recommend to friends who are in town for like a week about local bands to go see, who are some of your favorites in the Bay Area right now?
Sure.
My favorite
Yeah.
in Oakland is this band B Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're
They're
super
like
good.
they're my favorite Oakland band, hands down.
Yeah, B Hamilton are great.
The Belinda Butchers are another band that we played with.
Friends.
They're friends of ours from long time ago.
I'm drawing a blank right now. But B Hamilton seems to always be playing in Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the cool things about Oakland is you can kind of disregard that whole 2-week rule. Everyone just kind of just plays when they want to.
Yeah.
So they're always playing, and they're just a fantastic live act. So I highly recommend checking B Hamilton out.
Well, thanks so much. We are so thrilled to have you here.
Thanks so much for having us,
Thanks
man. We
for
really
having us.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for getting us to go acoustic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope to hear more of it in the future, and look forward to seeing you guys again on February 1st, 2013 at Bottom of the Hill.
We'll see you
Yeah.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers.
See you
there.
there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Adios.